3, 2, 1.
And that's it.
3, 2, 1.
Hold on. All right, it's not going to start yet. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we are clear. Ready to go live in 5, 4. Cue the talent. 3. Hey, I said cue the talent. 2 and 1. Attention hobbyists, sports fans, and collectors nationwide and abroad. It's time to get hype. Come on. About the hobby we are all a part of. Live from the Mojo Break Studios. It's Dan and Doug. Check it out. Come on. So, get hype. Be hype. This is The Hype.
What is going down, everybody? It's time for episode number 57 of The Hype. We've got lots of stuff to talk about today. We've got Ohtani, the superfractor's up for sale, so we're going to talk to you about that. We're talking about allocations, market manipulation. I may go on a few rants or 5 or 10, who knows? First off, F Le'Veon Bell, man. F that guy, man. He's just messing up my whole fantasy team. There's people that do this for a business. And he's just screwing over people's businesses, their fantasy football business. You know what I'm saying? Good thing I didn't go pro, and make my only source of income, and I draft Le'Veon Bell.
Sometimes you got to sit down, do your research, figure out who you're going to draft and who you're not going to draft. And Doug missed the memo. He saw how many receptions Bell usually gets and just glossed over and was like, gotta take him. But you know what? It's cool, man. You'll get him for 6 weeks.
Sucks, dude.
It's not that big of a deal.
How's your fantasy team doing?
It's great. All of them are great. I'm undefeated.
C-Rad, how's the team looking?
It's half of it's all right.
Sweet. Well, and let us know how you guys in the chat, or if you want to comment on the video below, who's your steal of your fantasy draft in your opinion, and we'll see if it pays off for the whole year. But check out mojobreak.com for upcoming breaks. Lots of pre-sales. We posted National Treasures Baseball, XR Football, Bowman Chrome without a checklist. Just went crazy. Screw it. Just throw it up there. Get some good deals on teams. Probably the Rays will have like 15 autos and got them at $29.99 or whatever it was.
They're going quick.
But, yeah, check that out, mojobreak.com. But I wanted to get into Ohtani. The Superfractor is up for auction. The famous, probably the number one card of this year by far, right? I mean, I don't think there's been another card that'll top this, right? As far as buzz, hype, and perceived value.
No, that's it. That's the gem. That's the 2018 gem. The Holy Grail.
Well, we're not through it yet. There could be something else, right?
Well, that is the Bowman you want, right?
That is the Bowman you want.
Dynasty's going to come out. It's going to have really nice patches and stuff like that. But I think for the long-term investment for Ohtani, that's it.
Well, cross sports, would there be any other card like a Tatum logo man or a Mitchell logo man that would be a possibly bigger pull than this?
No, that international. I know you get the international market with basketball, but do you think a National Treasures RPA logo man would fetch over $100,000?
Probably not. Probably 50, 60,000.
Yeah. So I think the bar has already been set. I don't think this card will go for over $100,000 because that was the perceived value, where all the online retailers, there we go, and group breakers putting out the bounty and all that good stuff. Everybody was saying what, $100,000. Well, that card is definitely not going to go for more than $100,000. I think it's going to go for about 65 to 70 maybe.
Well, there's 15 days left. 15 day, a little over 15 days. That was taken about an hour ago. And it's at 22,795 right now.
May go for less then.
So got 15 days to bid. It's at Goodwin & Co., which looks like, I can't confirm this, but from what I could see is possibly owned by Beckett, because the guy's email is at Beckett.com, or the people that are managing the site.
Kind of a giveaway there.
So I think it's owned by Beckett, or at least in partnership with Beckett. I don't want to speak out of turn and get a little letter in the mail from a lawyer, but that's all I'm saying. I think it's part Beckett, and
could be.
Judging by they had the Superfractor on display at the National at the Beckett booth. It's Beckett graded, so a little bit of marketing going on here. So what do you guys think? I want to hear you guys in the chat. What do you think this ends at? And C-Rad, what do you think this card will end at?
I like Dan's prediction. I want to say about 60 to 70. Probably sounds right to me, too.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I usually try to want to go opposite from you guys, but I think
Why
that's
don't you
about
go?
right.
Why don't you go like $250,000?
$500,000.
All right.
It'll top Vegas Dave's Superfractor. So, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, this is the 2018 Bowman Chrome rookie autograph, the #1 card of Shohei Ohtani. There will not be one that will top this, so it'll fetch a hefty amount. But I do like the fact that a lot of online retailers, which Dan just talked about, blowout cards. I think I have a slide coming up with blowout cards. They were offering to pay $100,000 for it. But there was all these restrictions. There was group breakers saying they'd pay $100,000 for it. There was multiple sources that were going to pay $100,000 for this card. Blowout put the deadline at May 31st of when they were going to pay for it, and it had to be a 9.5. So we got the 9.5 criteria down, but it was pulled after May 31st, so I guess Blowout wasn't able to buy it. That's pretty clever marketing. I got to give it up for Blowout. We've talked about it before. Clever marketing. You guys sold a lot of boxes. Boxes went all the way up to about $400 a box. So there was a big rush trying to get this card. But then they didn't even have to pony up the $100,000 to have this card because they had a deadline on it. So I thought, you know what? I will pay $500 for someone that pulls 2 cracked ice Sean Mannion's cards from a contender's case that's opened up on a Tuesday. So if you pull 2 cracked ice, I'll give you $500, but it has to be opened on a Tuesday. And it has to be from the same case. So, they only sell for $50 a piece probably, so I'm giving you guys a premium here, but it has to be opened up on a Tuesday. And it has to come out of the same case. And you have to film it. And you have to wear no shirt, too, while you're doing it.
Whoa.
Too, so.
Wow. All right. I just want those Sean Mannions, though. I'm serious.
Well, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
serious.
yeah.
I'm serious
We
about
do
that.
need those, yeah.
Actually got a question for you. The auto grade, the sub grade on the back. Is it a 10?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Mm-hmm. Auto looks a little streaky.
Yeah, right there.
Looks a little streaky. All right. Well,
you're not going to, display the card at the National. You're not going to have people take photos with it and have a 9. Come on.
it's still a 9.5, but I mean,
I'm surprised they didn't black label it. Just black label it up. Just promote Beckett grade. You can get a black label on all your Superfractors. Hit them up.
yeah, I don't know.
They got products and pricing.
I'm just saying.
But
Auto's a little streaky there at the bottom of it.
So I was trying to think of more outlandish things of like it reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit where he was Puff Daddy and he was I'll need some goat's milk from down the street and I'll pay $100,000 or that's kind of what I kind of just see these restrictions on these on this bounty that they had. It kind of seems kind of silly in a sense. Like May 31st. So what if it was June 1st? So that nope, deal's off. Well, plus it had to be a 9.5, so even if you pulled it like May 29th, you'd have to get a red eye down to Beckett to get it graded, and then hopefully go to Virginia and meet with Tom Fish, which would probably be maybe on a vacation at that point.
I want to say he first started having injury problems around that time, so I think that's why they probably put the restriction on it. They're like, this guy might need time. They were talking Tommy John there for a while. Would you pay $100,000 for a card of a guy who's going to have Tommy John surgery and be out for a year and a half? I
wouldn't ever put the bounty up there. I maybe.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Mojo Break put a bounty up there.
For how much?
$500,000. It was coming out of your pocket.
It was only on the second Tuesday of each week.
Second Tuesday of each week.
Yeah. So yeah, well, interesting to see what this goes for. Goodwin Auctions, and just to note, maybe this shows my experience in the auction world that's not eBay, because I do most of my bidding on eBay. Apparently, if you win this card, you have to pay 20% above what you win it at, and that's the buyer's premium to pay the company. So if this card goes for $100,000, you're paying $120,000. So they don't take the fees off of the sale price and screw the seller. They screw the buyer in a sense.
And we were talking about it before we went live today. I wonder if there is a cost for the card to be listed. Wonder if they're doing the old,
I wouldn't think so.
What if they're doing the old StubHub and the double dipping, getting the seller, getting the buyer?
Well, I mean, it is a business. It is a business. But I would have liked to saw that on the auction page for Ohtani itself, because I'm thinking maybe if I buy it for $100,000, maybe I could flip it for $120,000, right? And I mean, people probably have had that same thought. You know, I would never spend that much on one card personally, but I'm sure there's some people that have some disposable income that were like, maybe if I buy it for $100,000, I can sell it for $120,000, and then you get the buyer's premium at the end, and then you can't make any money on it. So you got to be wary. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's on their website is all very unique, so I guess that's why the buyer's premium works out. So, but that's just my first crack at dealing with something other than eBay. I was like, wow, 20%, that's a lot. You think if it went over $100,000, it'd be like 10% or something.
It'd go down a little bit. The higher the price goes up, the cheaper the fees are.
You would think.
Maybe.
I mean, because I'm looking at their website, and like I said, our site is far from being any kind of modern-looking website. We're probably barely above the category, but their website looks like it's from Windows 95 days. Like the developer, you know, he was DOSing it up or something. You know what I mean? It just kind of looks a little old.
Don't hate on DOS, dude. DOS is a solid platform, solid program.
I think DealerNet website. They made this website too. I'm not sure, but that's a shout out to all the dealer people that listen to the show. You know how very high tech the DealerNet website is. But anyways, yeah. So Ohtani. So it'll be interesting to follow this and see what happens with Ohtani. What it'll eventually go for. I mean, it's a good thing overall for our hobby to see that there's a possibility that you can get this golden type of ticket and get pretty much a brand new car out of it. You know what I'm saying? If
it's a hell of a car.
Well, I mean, if it goes for $100,000, let's just say it goes for 60 or 70. You know, you get a nice maybe Tesla or something out of it, right?
Still a really nice car.
You might be able to get a house somewhere, Detroit maybe.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the dream right there. That's why we open up boxes.
There's a lot of places you can move and buy a house with $100,000. I think we're a little jaded being in the Bay Area.
You might even be able to get two chicks at the same time, man.
Well, need $1 million for that.
Shout out to Office Space, one of the greatest scenes of all time. One of the greatest scenes of all time. So also, already talked about it, but we have Bowman Chrome available hobby cases on the site for pick your team style break. If you're not familiar with a pick your team break, basically you pick a team and we open the case on release day, which is slated for the end of the month for Bowman Chrome, which is going to be their first Bowmans are going to be in there. They're also going to have Ohtani. You pick your team, you get the every card that comes out of that case. So if you get 10 autos or 20 autos or a superfractor, those go to you. So we have it pre-listed if you want to pick your team. You want to speculate on some teams. Like I said, there's probably some really good deals right now because checklist isn't out. So just had no idea how to price them. So usually the early bird gets the worm on our website. So check it out, Bowman Chrome. Which also wanted to spark a whole other topic, allocations. It's been a crazy, crazy year with this hobby. You know, and it's a good thing that products are going up. Products are more in demand. It's a whole supply and demand thing. But we feel like some of the stuff is not organic. And that's what we're going to talk about. That there's some manipulation going on in the market because we are in a good market. So we have distributors. We have large online retailers that are kind of marking up some stuff, trying to play some games and create some artificial demand, in our opinion. So Chrome specifically... actually, the first slide I have, I think, is Prism Football, which is actually just blowing my mind. Actually, it must have cut off the price, but it was Prism Football. They're doing Blowout's doing it at $190 a box.
$190.
$190 on pre-sale. Yes, Prism Football's at $190 a box.
Why?
That's what we're here. That's what we're here to talk about.
Why not?
And
remember the whole phrase "pitch 'em high, watch 'em buy."
Mm-hmm.
Well,
is that what we're doing?
That's what we're kind of doing right now.
And I'm not against people making money. Believe me, this business is a hobby, but it's also, you know, I know people have to make money to survive. But I don't get it. Prism Silvers don't sell in football. There's usually sticker autos in this product. Really doesn't seem to go crazy. At 174 is what it's at. So this product usually every other year is like 110 to 120.
The silver rookie market has never crossed over.
Not to football.
Not to football. So... I mean, yeah, you're going to be able to get a little bit more of a premium for like a Josh Rosen or Saquon Barkley silver,
Yeah.
as opposed to a base card. But I mean, what's a Saquon silver going to go for? $20?
Maybe. I mean, we'll see. Maybe this is the year that the buyers group moves to football.
Really don't think it is, based on how many silvers were in basketball this year between retail and hobby. Like, how many? Again, we talked about this before. I would say at least 1,500. I would say if you were to stamp the back of those cards, they'd be numbered to about 1,500.
The silver,
the
for
silver,
yeah.
the silvers.
Well, they had what? Retail. They had at least 3 different sets they were in.
There was, well, they weren't in fast break.
But they were in retail and hobby at least.
Retail and hobby.
And like hanger packs or whatever.
Hanger packs. But the retail, they were coming out like crazy.
Right.
Crazy. So
Silver prisms in football, yeah, you're right.
they're gonna make as much football prism.
Well, let's do this on the fly. Let's see Deshaun Watson. Let's just even throw a grade in there. 9.5. 9.5 Deshaun Watson silver. Go to completed auction and see, just out of curiosity. Okay. See if they've gotten any bump, from this prism collector family.
I'm gonna say $50.
$50 on a silver.
Let's say $50 on the silver.
I can't dispute that. That's probably what I would have went with. $20, $30. So
on the fly. Why so salty?
And we're gonna get more salty as time goes on, but
damn right.
And I just kind of trying to say it like it is. I mean, it's a good market for shops. It's a good market for breakers, but there's some people at the top that are kind of manipulating things, as you've seen with that price. There's no reason for that price to be that high. And like I said, I'm all for free market and for people to make money. But I think what people don't see is shops go out there, and I see it on the forums that I'm part of, that they say, well, we love that Blowout is so much higher than us so that we can, make money and there's good margin, because 5 years ago, Blowout was at $5 above cost. They're not doing it anymore. They're trying to make money, which allows us to make money. But you guys aren't seeing the bigger picture here. See, what's happening is they're raising their price well before pre-sale so that they can make the distributors hold back the product and create an artificial demand in the marketplace. So now these distributors are seeing that Prism is selling for $180. Why are they going to give anybody any more Prism? Because in their mind, if Blowout's at $180, that means the wholesale market's at $150. So they're just going to hold back their product. They're not going to give any to shops. Yeah, shop, you may get one case, and you're going to be able to sell it for $180 a box, but you would have gotten 3 or 4 cases had not Blowout had the price at $180. And that goes for all of them. Nobody's competing with each other. Steel City's not competing with Blowout. Dave and Adams isn't competing with Blowout. Nobody's taking the leap to go make less margin to fight with each other. So, I mean, that's a good thing in a way, but at the same time, the end consumers are the ones that are getting screwed, and the smaller businesses and the shops are getting screwed in a sense, because they're basically dictating the market. And Blowout's so savvy that they basically raise it up, sell it to breakers at $150, because breakers can't get it from distributors because distributors are holding it. So distributors are holding it, and Blowout has that high price. Now somebody contacts Blowout, hey, man, what's the case breaker price on Prism? Oh, it's $140. Oh, that seems like a deal. I'm going to get it. Well, no, it's not a deal because pre-sale price is $90. So they just made $50 a box on that, but you think it's this demand that's created for this product that's not even out yet. So, and some of the demand is justified. Some of these products go up, and yeah, that it's been out. People have been busting it. The singles are selling well. But I don't usually buy into the hype pre-sale on a product that's never gone up like this. So, also, you look at Bowman Chrome. I went in the Internet Wayback Machine, which is a real website, and Bowman Chrome hobby cases from last year. And let me remind you, last year, this time of year, we were in the middle of Aaron Judge hype, and Bellinger was in Chrome. So those cases were selling, hobby cases were selling for $1,200 pre-sale Blowout this time last year. You know what they're selling for now? $1,900.
What?
$700 increase on a case for what? Who's in there? Ohtani again? His second Chrome? Is that going to go for anywhere near the first Chrome?
Well, I'll tell you right now, it's not heavily allocated.
Right.
See, that's the other thing, where some of these premium products that are expensive, Diamond Icons, Dynasty, all that stuff, that's going to be allocated. It's a smaller print run.
Right.
Triple threads and Bowman Chrome and Topps Chrome.
We know we're getting cut
Heritage.
on that.
We know that they make a lot of that.
Right.
We know, like you said, the premium products, we know we're getting cut on. We know we're going to put in a number. The number that's going to come back is probably going to be 40 to 50% of what we originally wanted, which unfortunately is the way we have to do our pre-orders now. We have to put in a number that's
way higher than we want.
Way higher than we want. And there has been cases where we get everything, where for whatever reason, they're like, oh, 30 cases of National Treasures baseball. We thought we were going to get allocated, probably thought we were going to get 15, and I'm not talking about this year specifically. But you talk to distributors, and they're like, oh, yeah, we were able to get you all of it.
Yeah.
Well, then you get into pure panic mode because you're actually over-ordering for the amount that you actually want.
Get stuck.
And you get stuck with it. So getting to Bowman Chrome, we kind of went with that mindset. We got cut pretty much on every baseball product this year, minus Topps Chrome and Bowman Chrome. Bowman Chrome from one distributor, just going to throw it out. We got 30 cases.
Yeah, which is crazy.
We probably will end up with about 50 to 60 cases total. Now, if we're small potatoes over here.
Yeah, we're not even going to make a dent with what we're saying.
So
if
we're getting 50 to 60 cases, and we are just a small fraction of the overall market share, imagine how many these big online retailers are getting.
Yeah, and they're
charging $165. So I will say, I'm not going to say what wholesale cost is, but it is a lot cheaper than that.
Yes, big time.
Not going to get into the exact number, but that's a strong margin, and I give Blowout props. I mean, if they can move it, and if they are moving it at 165, more power to them.
Well, I just realized it's part of the Fantasy Flush promotion, so maybe that's the reason. Maybe you get $100 in fantasy football stuff or something. I got to look into that. I got to see.
So,
and I still buy from Blowout. I'm not hating on Blowout. I just don't understand why we're trying to manipulate the market.
But they're not the only ones. I mean, the other online retailers are jumping on board, and I get it. They're like, I don't want to leave money on the table. You can always go down. It's a lot tougher to go up in price and not get backlash, but it's a lot easier to stay high, go high, and then work your way down.
Right.
Which these boxes will be at about $100 a box, maybe 2 to 3 weeks after release.
We'll see. We said that last year, and that's the problem.
I'm so
Dan.
confident in
this is the problem, Dan. They're creating the market ahead of time, so they can't go lower because they already they make the market.
I'm so confident in that price.
See, this is like, once again, and you know, if you're not interested in the business side of this, I apologize for having this whole long segment here, but there wasn't a whole lot. There was a Goodwin Champions came out today, so there's really not a lot of card stuff to talk about. So we dig back in and talk about allocations, and some of you guys find it interesting. So those that you do, we appreciate it, and it's a little vent forum for us at the same time. But like I said, they Blowout pretty much is, and put it in terms, and this is my opinion, they are the Beckett value of hobby boxes and cases. Everybody follows after them. So what the problem here is they control everybody. So they basically set a price, distributors see it, they don't want to sell it at that price, or they sell it to Blowout for lower, and then Blowout's able to sell it to breakers overseas, wherever they want to do it, at an inflated price because they basically just dictated the price. So nobody is really challenging this, which is confusing to me. I know we're living in a great year and we should just maximize it. At least that's what, it seems like the other online retailers are doing, because they're basically copying them. We know the cost. We know that somebody can come in and just sell a bunch of cases at a lower cost. So we may be the dumbest guys in the room, but what we're doing is we have one pre-sale case right now for $99.99 a box of Bowman Chrome. And it'll rip live on release day. Like I said, we're probably stupid, but it's our little way of saying, hey, this stuff is way too overpriced right now, and it shouldn't be this price. At $99, we're still making money, guys. Don't worry about us. But at $160 is just absolutely crazy for pre-sale. Now, if the product performs and it's been open and these cases are doing well and it's drying up, okay, $160 is justified. But don't punish people that pre-sale. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that was behind this. Hey, we're gonna sell it at $100. We're probably stupid. Probably gonna get a lot of hate. But do you get card shops that may email us, or who am I lying? No one listens to this show.
No one's gonna pay attention. But
if somebody emails us, you guys got to understand that the trend is going to continue, and we're all going to get less cases because all these cases are going to be sold before we even get a chance to pre-order, because the demand is so high based on what price they've already set it at. So that's all I'm saying is, if you want to level the playing field again, we have to get back to margins that are realistic. Diamond Icons, in my opinion, was already too high of a price. We ordered 20 or 30 cases. We got 5. We own one distributor that we spend an ungodly amount of money. We pre-ordered 10 from them, and they gave us 1. I see one big breaker that's on 80 or something cases. Where do you think they got them from? Probably from the people that have manipulated the price up, and then they sell it to them at a lower price because it seems like such a great deal because they're able to buy all their cases. And then what do shops do? They take their one high-end product, and instead of offering it in their shop, they sell it to Blowout because he buys everything. So it's just a whole vacuum effect up to the top.
I'm gonna try to balance, and we're such a small portion of the marketplace, but I think that we need to try to level out the marketplace.
Yeah, it's not going to
but I have seen things happen on DealerNet where somebody has a high or a low buy, and that one person has been able to manipulate the market, and people try to kind of follow suit. So we'll see. I mean, this is our attempt at doing it. I'm comfortable with making the amount of margin we're making at $100.
Yeah,
I'm comfortable with that. Again,
2013 Bowman Chrome, I think we were selling for like 89, and they were lower than us.
Again, we could be the dumbest guys in the room, and there's probably group breakers out there, and there's probably online retailers that may listen to this and be like, dude, the hell with those guys.
Yeah,
those guys
fine.
are the dumbest guys in the room, which, whatever. Maybe I pride myself in that. Like, whatever. Think I'm dumb. I'm cool. Whatever. Not a big deal. I just think that we need to have some type of balance. This is getting out of hand. Next year, when there isn't an Ohtani, Bowman Chrome is going to be pre-selling. I remember when Blowout used to pre-sell Topps products when we got into this game for $3 to $4 above wholesale cost.
Yep.
And I was like, how are they doing this? How are they making money? Well, what they were doing is I think they were just gaining market share. It was one of those like, hey, let's just do whatever we can to stay afloat. We'll pick and choose where to make our money. And then at some point, we'll completely change our business model. We have group breakers who will buy stuff from us at a higher price, and we'll just blow it up.
And there's no jealousy from me on this. Props to what they do. I don't think I could ever get to that level of what they do. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts for them. There's a lot of purchasing. There's a lot of money going around. And they've done a great job, and they've been around here for a long time.
And I'll be the first one. They also take their losses on a lot of products.
They do.
I mean, let's not. I mean, we're not saying that they jack up the prices on every release because they don't. It's whatever the demand is going to be on it. They just are looking out for their bottom line, which I completely respect. But I think this is a pre-sale product. This is a product where the checklist has not come out. Let's face it, this is not going to be a short-printed product. Some of these boxes are going to be pretty bad, but the silver lining with Bowman Chrome is there's always a handful of guys who pop out of this product
years later.
And I'm not saying like 3 months later, 6 months later. We may be looking at 3 years before there is that one guy, that one 17-year-old prospect who had his first Bowman Chrome in this product, and he doesn't have an autograph in anything else.
Yep.
And these boxes can go up to $500 to $600. We've seen it. We saw it with 2015 Bowman Chrome. It had it had Bellinger, and it had another homie.
Well, I think it was Rosario was in there. There was a few guys. Vlad?
Torres.
Yeah.
Yep, Gleyber Torres. So we, again, at $99 right now with the amount that we're getting, I'm okay with selling at that price.
Yeah, and like I said, it may go up, but I just don't know why without a checklist, with just, Ohtani's in it, but it's the 75th Ohtani auto that's came out this year from all these releases that we're gonna justify the price at that high.
Well, it's gonna be Ohtani. It's also probably gonna be a redemption.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be a redemption.
Probably gonna be a redemption. I overheard that this was gonna be the Bowman Chrome was gonna be the Ohtani rookie of him pitching.
No, batting. Yeah, so it is. They've already showed a mock-up of it, so
yeah, the pitching one is the Bowman. This is gonna be the hitting.
It's still gonna be best case scenario, second best Ohtani auto. Best case scenario.
third probably.
I mean,
Actually, maybe fourth.
Topps Chrome. Would you value Topps Chrome higher?
I would say probably Topps Chrome higher than Bowman Chrome, and the real red ink auto for Heritage.
I have a question for you guys.
The Heritage autos, I would value higher than.
So,
I agree.
So you know how Ohtani is like a rookie, not a prospect. I understand that like Bowman is like the first release. Why is the Bowman? Because isn't Topps Chrome home of the rookie autograph, and he's technically a rookie? So why wouldn't the Topps Chrome Ohtani be worth more than the Bowman Ohtani, even though they both have just a rookie logo and not first Bowman?
That's a very good question. There was a first Bowman of him in a Japan uniform for the World Baseball Classic here. So some people hold those. There actually was at a retail only. It was a Mojo Prism. I think it's just because that one was the first released. I think in this instance, if Topps Chrome would have came out first, Topps Chrome might have been the more valuable one. But I think with Bowman's always the most valuable one, even though that's not his first Bowman and it's considered a rookie. And I think collectors just latched onto that because of when it came out. It was the perfect timing for. I mean, we were seeing $35,000 atomics on eBay. It was insane. Back when it first got released, we were in Texas for the NFL event, and there was a $35,000 atomic up there with it. It was ridiculous. Now they sell for $2,700, but there was just so much hype for that card, and I think Chrome came out so much later. That's why I said when we were talking about Chrome might be a better investment of his card. You can get a base $300 to $400 compared to a $1,000 Bowman. So maybe if you believe in Ohtani, maybe that's the one you get instead. What do you think? I mean, what do you think about the Chrome Bowman?
I think it gets really confusing for the casual collector.
Yeah,
I think you're going to look back and go. We talk about this with Chris Bryant all the time. What Chris Bryant Chrome auto do you want? Do you want the 2013 draft that was?
No, that's a tricky situation.
Was randomly inserted into all the products in 2014, right?
Yeah.
But that is technically his first Bowman.
Correct.
But you couldn't get it at a draft.
Well, that one's super confusing.
So that's confusing. But I use that as the extreme when I'm talking about confusing the casual collector.
Oh yeah, that's the big extreme situation.
We're already confusing the casual collector with Bowman Chrome, Bowman Auto. How can you tell the difference between if say you don't do this for a living? How can you tell a difference between the 2018 Bowman Ohtani Auto and the Bowman Chrome Ohtani Auto that's going to come out? They're both physically Chrome cards.
Yeah. You don't know.
You won't know that. I mean, at least with Topps Chrome, it's going to say Topps Chrome, but the Bowman Chrome and the Bowman are both going to say Bowman.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, if you're a casual collector, you may have bought a box that you thought like 2008 Bowman Chrome. I'm buying it because I'm a Buster Posey guy. Went into my shop. I didn't pull it. And maybe they walk out thinking he's still in there because they didn't get it, right? I mean, of course, you're not guaranteed to get it, but he's in 2008 Bowman draft.
Yeah. How as a casual collector, how are you supposed to know that?
You don't.
How are you supposed to know if the player that you're looking for is in Bowman draft, Bowman Chrome, Bowman Platinum, Topps Chrome? How are you supposed to know?
You don't know. Well, here's the more interesting thing about the Chris Bryant. I know we've talked about this before. I want to get somebody from Topps to explain this to me. So 2013, there was no first Bowman cards. They took away first Bowman for whatever reason. They just did 1 year. They took 1 year off. I have no idea why. So they took the first Bowmans off any card. So if you look at Aaron Judge's Bowman card, it doesn't say first Bowman, but it is. So they made that Chris Bryant card. It doesn't say first Bowman. But the 2014 came out, and it does say first Bowman. But it's technically the second Bowman, right?
Second.
So I mean, to me, the 2013 Bowman, I know people don't like this, but 2013 Bowman is a true one because it was printed on the year of 2013.
That's
the
his
second
first
one,
card.
Yeah, but it came out technically after, in a sense, because the 2014 came out 2014 Bowman. They had him signed for 2013 draft. They realized that how big of his hype was, so they pulled out those cards, put him a redemption in 14, and then took those cards after he blew up, which was genius marketing.
We don't know if that's exactly what happened. Because
but did they take?
They could have got the draft cards back way later.
True. No, well, he tweeted out his Superfractor, so that's why people knew, and people actually bought into Bowman draft breaks thinking he was going to be in there, and he wasn't. But my question was the Chris Bryant move why they didn't put first Bowman on the entire year of 2013 Bowman? That is a conspiracy, and that is a mystery. That is an absolute mystery. So we shall see on that one. But
we shall not see.
Well,
we'll never know.
We'll never know. But maybe somebody, maybe Sue. Sue's always been great. Maybe we can reach out to her and figure out why there was no first Bowman on 2013 Topps or 2013 Bowman. So we're getting. I knew that segment was going to run big. I mean, at the end of the day, the whole point of that, why we're doing a box at 99, which is, like I said, absolutely stupid. Compared to what everybody else is selling. I mean, we could have went 140, we could have went 150 and still been lower.
Could have gone 129.
But I worry about collectors at the end of the day. This stuff is going to be so high that you're never going to get a return on it if it keeps trending this way. And the guys, the small businesses, the guys that have been doing this for a long time, the shops, they're just never going to be able to get anything because it's just stuff's going to get priced out of the realm. I mean, you don't even want to know how much money we spend. We can't get one case of something because it's already having artificial demand. Artificial demand is being created, and it's getting worse as the months go on. Well, as the years go on, it's getting worse.
I'll tell you right now, at that price, we're, $65 cheaper.
Yes.
If there is a true demand for Bowman Chrome, we should not be able to keep that in stock. It should be just flying off the shelf.
Well, somebody already bought one before you posted it without even promoting it.
So I'm just saying, at that price,
there's 7 left.
There's 7 left. So, okay. Keep on buying it. We'll keep on posting it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, yeah, I mean, maybe there is. Maybe that's the magical price point. Maybe the price point is $99. Maybe the price point's above $99. Who knows? But we're going to throw it out there and see what happens.
We'll see what happens. But
we'll probably maybe we'll get an email from somebody. You know, the good thing about Topps is that there is no map.
There's no minimum advertised price.
We could sell it for $1 if we want.
Yep.
If no,
no, that would be retarded.
No, but if we wanted to, we can sell it for whatever we want. It's our product. We can sell it for whatever we want. Yep. Panini, you can't do that. There's a minimum advertised price on it. So that's why you see everybody having the same exact price across the board.
Usually, yep.
With products that are not heavily allocated. I'm like National Treasures basketball and Immaculate basketball. Yeah, those are going to be a lot higher than the map pricing, which Panini basically makes a product with the intention of that being the retail price.
Yeah, well, they kind of, it's a blessing and a curse for them. It protects people from going lower, but it also kind of keeps the product at the same price a lot of times.
Yeah, but it also, when the product goes way higher and you're buying a box for $800 and you're getting, $60 in cards back, it looks bad on the manufacturer.
It does.
Because
you think it's a manufacturer.
The casual collector is going to be like, man, these manufacturers are like...
Oh, yeah. I bet you 9 out of 10 people think that's Topps' price.
That's
not blowout price.
That looks bad on the manufacturer because you don't want everybody saying, man, I went to my hobby shop and I bought a box for $160 and it was the worst value I've ever had.
Right.
That is not good press for the manufacturer. And when they built that product, they didn't build it with the mindset that it was a $165 box. They built it with the mindset that it was going to be a $90 box, an $80 box, a $100 box.
Right.
And well, we've talked about that over and over and over. We're just going to see what we can do to do our part,
Yeah, but it's going to go unnoticed, really. It really is.
It will go unnoticed.
But at least, hey, you guys that found this or watching this and you got the box, we saved you guys some money. And, hopefully at the end of the day, you remember that. And if you're thinking about buying into a break or you're thinking about buying another box, give us a shot. That's kind of my whole mindset on it. Let's give you a good deal. And, you guys can come back and, check us out. So we do have Contenders Draft breaking next after the show. I want to see how many teams are left. But I wanted to tell you what's going down Friday. So it's been a couple months since we've done one of our amazing buybacks, and we've got one releasing this Friday, and it's football. It's perfect timing for football. It's called a Boomtastic Football, and it is 10 to 15 hits per case buybacks. We got Brady in there, Saquon, any name you can think of, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Chosen Rosen, Allen, Darnold, all of them are represented in the buyback cards, and then every case is also going to have 4 hobby boxes, and they're blind wrapped inside the cases, the pictures of them, and ranging from 2006 to now. So, 12 different years of product in this run. Flawless, National Treasure possibilities, Immaculate, Prism, Origins, some old Topps boxes are in there. And I actually added an extra element of surprise that I came up with yesterday. There is 7 boxes that are labeled mystery wheel spin boxes. There's a definitive 2015 football, which is super rare. And when we pull that, we're going to do a wheel spin to see what box is part of that break, too. So there's an extra element of surprise in it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. $79.99 a spot, 10 to 15 buyback cards, 4 boxes, random team NFL style. You'll watch any of our buybacks, you'll know what we're talking about. There's always value there. And this is similar to our quad double basketball, which we did the same thing with the boxes of wax and then the hits, too. So there's going to be a lot of winners in the break. So I'll just say that. And we're shipping all base, too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And so check it out. I think the first case is almost sold out. It's 24 total cases, so these are going to go quick. And we'll be doing them throughout the weekend since it is opening day weekend. Goodwin Champions, I want to talk about. That released today. It's one of Upper Deck's only non-hockey products that releases. And if you're not familiar with Upper Deck, they have some of the biggest exclusives in the hobby. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Ben Simmons, Wayne Gretzky, Tiger Woods. The list goes on and on and on. These guys are exclusive to Upper Deck. You'll only find autos of these gentlemen in Upper Deck products. So Goodwin's done the same. They've got Ben Simmons. They've got some Jordan stuff. They've got some rare, crazy World War relics in there as well. They have some cut autos. I think I got some pictures coming up here of some of the early preview products and some of the stuff that hit eBay on the next few slides here. I think I got the Ben Simmons. Shohei Ohtani's in there. Shohei Ohtani, he don't mind who he signs for. I mean, I should have probably hit him up for Doug's Duels. He probably would have put himself in there because he signs for everybody. Ben Simmons has an exquisite RPA, which I wanted to have a discussion with you guys. Second time they've done this. So is that cool or is that not cool? So it's a 17-18 exquisite rookie autograph, it says.
What?
Yeah.
And they had a 16-17 rookie exquisite patch?
Correct. Different photo, though.
What?
So people are saying they're probably still going to go for like $3 or $4 grand.
Upper Deck, that makes completely no sense.
So in 20 years, are we going to have like or let's just say 50 years, are we going to have Ben Simmons rookie autograph patch and it's going to look like
well, you're not gonna
Uncle Drew?
You're not going to not monetize this guy.
Well, you have to, right?
I mean, I'm trying to keep the lights on in Carlsbad, California.
So next year, are they going to have 18-19 RPA exquisites of Ben Simmons?
But you know what?
Maybe.
Is that a jersey?
It looks like the Nike shirt he was wearing there personally.
Could be. But I'm like, if it's a jersey, it's used in his rookie season.
2020, 2021
Yeah.
exquisite rookie patch on of Ben Simmons?
No, I'm saying like 2080 and it's Uncle Drew. Like he looks like Uncle Drew. He's like retired. He's like he's like out to brunch.
They're still coming out with exquisite RPAs in 2080?
Well, to be fair, I guess they call that because it's the iconic 03-04 design. The LeBron design, Wade and Bosch design. They call that design the exquisite rookie autograph, but it technically isn't when you have a second-year player on there. So and if you look at the back of this card, which I don't have a photo of, but somebody put it on Blowout, this is All-Star Case Breaks, I believe. So shout out to them for pulling this morning so I can talk about it. And the back doesn't say anything about Goodwin, supposedly. It just has an exquisite logo, so it looks like it's an exquisite pulled card. You also can pull exquisite rookie auto patches of Ohtani, which will be interesting to follow, see how those go, if those go for a premium because of the design. People love that design. People, old school Upper Deck guys, love that design. Even without licensing, they still love it. So we'll see.
Is that Topps Chrome for $200?
I think so.
Okay.
Which brings me back. I totally forgot to talk about. We're going to jump back to manipulation. Topps Chrome Jumbo was selling on Blowout site 2 months prior to, or about a month prior to release at $250. We had, hey, we're going to the National. We got a lot coming. I'm going to hit them up. Make me an offer. I'll sell you 5 jumbo cases because you're getting 150 over presale. So maybe if you offered me 30 over presale, I would have done it. And they're like, sorry, we don't need any more. But why are you charging so much if you don't need any more? Doesn't make sense to me. Just a side note. But back to Upper Deck Goodwin. Yes, VGL says that Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year 2019. He's going to be Rookie of the Year again. So they also have the Fresh Prince autograph of Ben Simmons, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did he get that from? Is he a big fan of Will Smith or?
Probably, but every time him and LeBron get together, they always say it's like King James and the Fresh Prince.
Maybe because he kind of looks like a young Will Smith, maybe?
Well, I think LeBron's like kind of passing the torch to him, like because he's King James and he's the Fresh Prince.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about my investment then. And they have those canine cards. What do you think of those, Dan? You think you're a big fan or
No,
no?
they're terrible.
You wouldn't want to collect the whole set?
Nope.
You like
Not at
dogs
all.
though.
Dude, that's
No.
kind of tight, dude. He's like on a surfboard, dude.
It's not tight.
That's actually
that
last
looks-
year's good one, but they have canine companions in this one, but I couldn't find any.
Little too gimmicky for me. I'm not into it.
don't like that.
I don't
one.
like manufactured stuff like that. I don't know. Call me a card snob.
Card snub.
Yep. No, I'm just not into it. It's not my thing. And plus, I'm not a dog person.
You're a cat. So if it was cat companions or feline companions, you'd be into it.
Yeah, I'd definitely be more into
Like
it.
the Bolivian short hair.
No, that's not like maybe a British short hair, not the Bolivian short hair.
Might be a cross between a spider monkey and a Siamese. I don't know.
Bolivian short hair.
That's what. Hey, on the dome right there. I just came off the dome on that one. So that came out today on Friday. We've got a slew of new releases, including the number one was the Boomtastic that's releasing, but you can only find it at mojobreak.com. But we have Vanguard Basketball. We have Luminaries, which we got 2 cases. And what else am I forgetting? There
Absolute.
is Absolute Football. That's right. And here's some pictures. Once again, sorry for you podcast listeners. Pictures of Vanguard. And me and C-Rod were pleasantly surprised at the design of Vanguard in person rather than the mock-up. I think these look great. I think these look okay. I think they're serviceable for after the season release of 17-18, even though we've had an 18-19 come out already. I think they look pretty nice.
It looks like a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, it does. There's one design that I kind of like, barfed in my mouth a little bit. I'll have to see him in person.
I want to be negative, dude. I want to be negative about it.
Okay, well, check out this one. What do you think of that one?
It's one of my favorite designs I've ever seen in my life. I like how it's got like a little 3D hologram look to it.
To describe this,
it's like from a newspaper clipping.
Yeah, but
kind of like Chronicles.
You know what my biggest problem with it is?
It's too awesome.
No. So just to describe this card, it is a newspaper picture. This says Low Post Force. Who is this? Who is that? Boston.
Daniel Ties.
Daniel Ties. And Low Post Force signed on card. It's made to make it look like a newspaper. But if you look at the bottom right corner, how many times are we going to get questions of like, hey, what's up with that corner? I think the corner's damaged a little bit, man. I think that corner's damaged a little bit, bro.
Nah, man, that's cool.
How could you even grade on centering on that one?
So awesome.
You love it? You're going to PC? And then there's got the in focus, too.
I don't like those.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. But the Vanguard patch auto, besides it being small.
Whoa. Sean Livingston? Hell yeah.
Oh, what? S-Dots? Okay. I'm okay with that.
No, nobody really cares.
Except for us, yeah.
Except for us. Who's that? Whoa, was that Isaiah Ryder?
Got Isaiah Ryder
Is that
in the set.
J.R. Ryder?
Yeah.
Hangs out with Gary Payton and E40 in there in the Bay. Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, Cosmic Force. It kind of looks like Gala to me.
Yeah.
A little Gala looking. What do we got for us? So we got Absolute. Did they do a preview gallery at Absolute?
Yeah. Absolute looks pretty cool.
All right.
We have Charles Barkley in Vanguard.
We do. And all this 17-18 rookie class as well. Ooh, we got Tom Brady in there. That's all that matters. Oh, Jay Novacek, Michael Irvin, dual autos. Steve Young, Jerry Rice, dual autos. Joe Montana, Tom Rathman. I got to get that one. Devontae Adams, Tyler Eifert, Asia Green. Woo! So you got a lot of dual autos in here. You got a crappy Raider one, which brings me to the bet.
Auto.
So the Raiders and
there we go.
All three. Daddy Manning in mouth breather, and then Peyton. Yeah, it looks good. What about look at that. They got shoe cards in there, football cards. They got football cards in there.
Yeah, football cards. They got shoe cards.
Nike 101s. Man, absolute memorabilia stuff. It looks great.
I was actually thinking the same thing, that the relic window with Vanguard is
a little small.
It's a little small.
Well, it's towards the end of the year. They got to run out of rookie jerseys.
I'm going to save them jerseys. Look at that. Look at that patch.
That's awesome. Sam Darnold. But that brings me to the bet. We're talking about football. The Rams, and within 2 weeks, they play the Raiders again, which makes no sense to me. But they're playing the Raiders Monday nights. So we got another bet going between C-Brad and Dan. So for 4 weeks straight, the loser has to wear the other team's jersey on the hype. And C-Brad's getting the 4 points. So if
And we
C-Red,
have,
the
to,
Raider,
we have to say one player that we every week on the hype.
every week you have to devote your love to one of the opposing team's players. So if Dan has to say,
yes.
"Oh God, I love Rich Gannon" or something, and then C-Rad's gonna be like, "Oh, Todd Gurley, I love him."
What if I can't? What if I mean this is a serious question. What if I can't name anybody on the Raiders?
Well, good thing there's the internet. I can Google.
I know
one
at
of
least one that I like, Marshall Faulk.
I'm gonna be like, I love Dougie Martin,
them. Stockton. So, Duke says, enjoy wearing that Gurley jersey, bro. Faders are gonna get smoked in the chat. That's your number one troll fan right there, dude.
I know.
The troll god. So yeah, and then we're gonna keep talking just because we have spots available for contenders draft, guys. Teams are cheap. The Celtics are still there. The Warriors are still there. The Lakers are still there. And they have vet autos, so you can get some big vets with those teams. Plus, they do have rookies. Every team's pretty much represented in the contenders draft bracket. It's been hot. We've been hitting some crazy cracked ice. We hit the 101 Luka Doncic, at least C-Red did. And that stuff's pretty hot. But I wanted to briefly talk about reviews, guys. So last week we had Diamond Icons, and we had contenders draft. So you can pull up some images of Diamond Icons. Diamond Icons well received so far. I mean, people seem like they love it. Seems like it's a little bit of crack cocaine, if you know what I'm saying. So people have been getting into it a lot. And we've been seeing multiple cases being busted at a time. We didn't get a whole lot, but we've got a little bit left. Dan, I wanted to hear, so we'll go around the room. What's your thoughts on Diamond Icons 2018? Go to highest price on some of these cards.
Predictable. Every box, extremely predictable. You almost know exactly what you're going to get, especially if it's like the cut auto box.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small checklist, so that makes it a little bit easier when you're saying it's predictable, because obviously there's just not a ton of subjects in the full print run. But if I had $1,500 to spend, I would probably not run and get one box of Diamond Icons.
Really? Okay.
Just,
what did you like about the product?
Dude, actually, you know what I don't like? I like how you're like, what, you want me to be positive? I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like all the white, bordering.
Mm-hmm.
It looks, I know it's an ultra premium high-end product, but it looks cheap.
Okay, so you want
I did like the
you want 180 point cards. Probably.
I want 180 point. I actually think 5-star looks higher end than this product.
Fair point.
Now, what I do like is some of the patches, absolutely amazing. We pulled a catcher from Wilson Contreras patch.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. But you also pull some single color relics, and you're going to get a single color relic in a box that could be a 101, which blows my mind.
Right.
I know it's game used. I get it.
Like the Troll. No, the Trout's 2-color.
But I mean, that has some ink on it.
Right.
You'll get just a relic, and we're doing hit random. So somebody's going to get a relic and pay $160 for it.
Right.
Which is tough.
That's tough.
But it's the only way we can break it down and sell it.
Right.
It's hard to do team style. If you do team style on one box, there's a chance that the Yankees may get 4 cards. They may get 5 cards.
Or the Cubs.
Or the Cubs or the Red Sox. I mean, it's not evenly spread out throughout all 30 teams at all. I think the Padres have one auto. It's a cut auto of Tony Gwynn. And I was seeing the people were buying. I was
Padres
watching
and breaks.
I was watching people buy the Padres and breaks like crazy. And
How could you sell the Padres?
I'm like, they have one card. One.
Can't you combo one up with somebody?
One card, and there's no shortage of Tony Gwynn autos out there. So even if you pull that 101 Tony Gwynn, how much is that card worth?
No.
$100?
Maybe, if you're lucky.
So
it is tops compared. I think Leaf released a I got a little friend that joined me on the mic here. Leaf was doing a set, and they had 200 or 300 Tony Gwynn cuts. And it was that Leaf cut signature one or whatever. C-Red, what did you think? You busted a good amount of cases. What did you think about Diamond Icons?
Drastically improved over last year. Last year's product I thought was straight trash. Especially, at that price, it was the same price last year. I think infinitely better from a subject point of view and also design point of view. You're right. It's kind of plain, but compared to last year, it looks a lot better, in my opinion. Yeah, the thin cardstock. I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting it to be thicker because it was the same way last year.
Yeah.
But my favorite baseball product, is Definitive. So compared to that, it's not even in the same ballpark. But if you compare it to last year's Diamond Icons, I think it's way better.
I gotta say, the subjects you were pulling, you were getting value there.
Yeah.
Compared
to last year, especially.
Yeah, I mean, you were getting, there's a Ohtani, definitely not short printed. You were getting a lot of Jeter was in there, a lot of Trout.
Yeah.
I mean,
last year's subject was bad. Bro.
I would say, I would agree with you guys there that I think the product overall was a lot better than last year.
I think they definitely put the right guys in there. Each box, again, predictable. You would pull like an auto of a guy, and then you would basically have a pretty good idea that the next hand, especially if it was like a top tier guy.
Yeah.
Each box seems like it was broken down by the amount of money it costs to get per auto.
Yeah.
From that player.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little insight on how much a player cost or a former player cost for their autograph.
Yeah, there's some guys that these companies, that's a whole other topic we could talk about on another show, but there's some guys that, like, Brian Gray would say he didn't sign Paul O'Neill because Paul O'Neill wants, like, I'm just throwing out a number because I can't remember exactly the amount, but like Paul O'Neill wants $50 an auto, but his auto sells on eBay for $20. So why would you do the collectors a disservice by paying him more for what his auto actually sells for on the open market? So, but sometimes Topps just has to get guys, and they have to fill sets, and they have to get anybody to sign pretty much. So, but I think that's pretty much it for the show. I don't think I have my outro. I don't know where my cord went to play the outro. So, but check out MojoBreak.com. We've got limited supply of that Bowman Chrome that we talked about. So pick those up.
Sold out.
What's sold out?
Bowman Chrome sold out.
Okay. Ooh, do I put up another case?
Might have to put it on break night too. You know what I'm saying? I just saw some. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
What?
Oh yeah, that's it. Go ahead and go even lower.
Get low. Get low.
If somebody, I'm gonna be honest. If somebody used a discount code, they're getting a refund. How about that?
Yeah, find it cheaper.
Get low. Get low.
They're getting a refund. No discount codes, man. No, come on. Trying to do a service over here. Trying to get back to the hobby.
No, me, man. I want more. All
right. Well.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to be live here for Contenders. Thanks for joining the show. Check us out on iTunes or YouTube. We do the show live. If you listen to the podcast, we do it live every Tuesday around 2 o'clock. And check out our schedule for breaks, MojoBreak.com. We're live pretty much every day. Personals, breaks of everything. Anything you can think of, we break it. So check us out, MojoBreak.com, and we will see you next week on The Hype.
Peace, guys.
And that's it. Visit MojoBreak.com for more info and your break spot. And we will see you